What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is going to be Thursday the 18th of July, got confirmed as to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yes, this episode will be down below in the description box, and current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time, it's a new transfer episode. And finally, in the comment section below, what's your prediction for the African Cup of Nations final between Senegal and Algeria? Right, let's jump into confirmed deals, and by the looks of it, there's a lot to cover today and a lot of done deals. So first up, we've got Inglese. Parma have re-signed the striker from Napoli. It's a loan deal on a €2 million fee. There's also an obligation to buy in 2020, so a year's time, and that's for a further €18 million. Nene, the former Paris Saint-Germain player, you may remember back on, was it FIFA 11 or FIFA 12? He had so many special cards, but he has joined Fluminense from Sao Paulo as a free deal. Coco has joined FC Nantes in France from Guingamp, who I think were relegated to the second tier as a €3 million fee. Cucurella has rejoined Barcelona from SD Eibar for €4 million. That was a buyback option. He initially joined Eibar just like 2 weeks ago, the very start of July, for €2 million, as after a loan spell, and again Barca have activated that buyback option. Pedraza has joined Real Betis on a 1-year loan deal from Villarreal, and there's also an option to buy included, but the fee for that, not too sure. Bjorn Engels has joined Aston Villa from Stade Rennes, and it's believed to be around £7 to £9 million. And Aston Villa are continuing their summer spending spree because they've spent, I think, probably the most in the Prem so far, if not top 2 or 3. And I've said it a few times now, but I imagine that Aston Villa fans and also the club are very much hoping the same doesn't happen to them what happened to Fulham, spend a lot of money and still get relegated. And next up, we've got Malinovsky. He joined Atalanta from KRC Genk in Belgium, and it's a fee close to €14 million at 13.7. Diallo, who has featured the last 3 episodes as a done deal, is all confirmed now. He joined PSG from Borussia Dortmund. It's believed to be €32 million plus €2 million add-ons, and he signed a 5-year contract with the French champions. Roma have confirmed that centre-back Mancini has joined from Atalanta. He's undergone his medical as well, and it's an initial loan deal. There's also an obligation to buy next summer for €21 million plus bonuses. Now, a few of these transfers coming up haven't been confirmed for me just yet at midday on Wednesday, but I'm pretty sure by 8 AM on Thursday, most of them will be announced. So first up, we've got Kieran Trippier. BBC Sport are saying he's very close now to completing a £20 million move to Atletico Madrid, and it could be announced today. And Tottenham have also been given the chance to sign Atletico Madrid forward Angel Correa as part of the deal, which will see the right back join the Spanish club. It's believed he said his goodbyes to the Tottenham teammates on Tuesday, and apparently Danny Rose has also been left out of Spurs' pre-season travelling party as he nears a move away from the club. A massive transfer for West Ham is going to be Sebastian Haller signing from Eintracht Frankfurt. He's passed his medical ahead of a £45 million move and will sign a 5-year contract. And just like I said yesterday, if he can repeat the form that he showed for Frankfurt in the Bundesliga and the Europa League, West Ham have got a hell of a striker on their hands. And fair play to West Ham, their attacking line for next season is looking pretty good. A massive transfer that is a done deal now is going to be De Ligt, officially becoming a Juventus player. He arrived in Turin on Tuesday night, and that's ahead of a €75 million move from Ajax. He underwent his medicals yesterday on Wednesday and passed them, I believe. And I mean, it's a massive one. But for FIFA, obviously the whole licensing with Juventus isn't there anymore, and the new team, or the new team name should I say, is Piemonte Calcio. That's what they'll be known as on FIFA 20. But yeah, the young Dutch centre-back is set to sign a 5-year deal, and it's a great bit of business by Juve because you consider the fees going around the market right now. For €75 million, yes, he's like 19, but you potentially could have your centre-back there for what, 5-10 years to come, and yeah, there is also a $150 million release clause. So either way, if he does well, a team activates that, they've doubled their money. Everton have agreed a deal in principle with Leipzig for the £22.5 million transfer of Ademola Lookman. It will go through in the next 24 hours, and bear in mind that was yesterday, so by today it should be a done deal. And he also had a loan spell for Leipzig back in 2018, where I think he scored 5 goals in 11 games. And a second player very close to joining Leipzig is going to be Christopher Nkunku from Paris Saint-Germain. The keeper said he'll have his medical yesterday or today for me ahead of a move to the Bundesliga side, and it's for €13 million plus €2 million bonuses. There were reports suggesting he was delaying a move to the German outfit because he's waiting for a move from Arsenal, as they were interested back in January. And next up, we got a very strange one from Gianluca Damasio, and that was Daniele De Rossi close to going to Boca Juniors. He's set to sign an 8-month contract, and the reason I'm saying it's very confusing is because over the last month or so since his confirmation of leaving Roma, there has been so much speculation. So first up, he left Roma after 19 years at the club. Then he was able to move to either Boca Juniors or the MLS, but apparently nothing really materialised. Then after that, reports were saying he's staying in the Serie A and signing a 1-year deal with Fiorentina. And then literally a couple days after that, he's then going to be retiring from football officially and becoming a coach with the Italian national team. But now he's carrying on his career, apparently going to Boca Juniors. So it's like a full cycle, because the initial rumours were saying he was going to Boca or the MLS, and there's a lot in between, but now he's making the move to Argentina. And next up, according to RMC Sport, they're saying Lille have reached an agreement of €17 million with Trabzonspor for Youssef Yazici. The 22-year-old is expected in France this weekend to undergo a medical. Lille have sold a couple of players so far this window already, including Thiago Mendes to Lyon, and the imminent departure of Nicola Pepe, they'll probably get 60 mil upwards of him. So you'd imagine they'll be quite busy spending a lot of money to replace the outgoings. And next up, according to Corriere dello Sport, they're saying Roma are prepared to make Gonzalo Higuain their captain in an attempt to sign him from Juventus. Now, I'm not sure how true this is, but apparently Roma want to get him on a loan deal with the obligation or option to buy. But for Juve, obviously, he wants to stay there. But the chance of him getting first team football, it seems pretty unlikely. And keeping on the theme of Juventus, according to Goal.com, they're saying Juventus have joined Manchester City and Inter in a battle to sign Dani Alves as a free agent. Sources close to Dani Alves have revealed that the 36-year-old's representatives were in Turin on Monday, and it would be potentially a re-signing from Juventus. It'd also be the second time they signed him on a free, because initially they got him from Barca a few years ago, and now he could be returning. And next up, according to AS, they're saying Bayern have turned their attention to Espanyol midfielder Marc Roca. The Spain under-21 midfielder has a €40 million release clause, which the Bundesliga champions are prepared to pay. That's after missing out on Rodri, who signed for Man City. A couple of rumours for Arsenal now, and the first one is according to Fox Sports. They're saying Arsenal have agreed a £36 million deal for Gremio star Everton. The forward will now complete a medical in Brazil ahead of a move. He's definitely seen it as a cheaper alternative to the main target Wilfried Zaha, and Emery has mentioned in a press conference they're working on big transfers, and he wants to sign 4 players before deadline day. So one of those players could be Everton, and a second player could well be Real Madrid midfielder Dani Ceballos. That's according to AS again. They're saying Arsenal are close to completing a loan move for the midfielder, who impressed at the under-21 championships. The 22-year-old also had offers on the table from Arsenal's rivals Tottenham, as well as Italian giants AC Milan, but overall he preferred a move to the Emirates Stadium. As believed the efforts made by the Gunners' boss Unai Emery to sign Ceballos that persuaded the midfielder to move to the North London club. Unfortunately for Arsenal fans, it looks like there won't be an option to buy if it is successful, and he has said a few times now in the past that he might be leaving Real Madrid, but he doesn't want to go on a permanent. An interesting one from France football is that Real Sociedad had a 20% sell-on fee percentage clause for Antoine Griezmann, and because he made that €120 million move from Atletico to Barca, Sociedad will pocket 24 mil. The Express Sport are saying Atletico are continuing to splash the cash this summer and are claiming they have agreed a deal with Espanyol for defender Mario Hermoso. The Spain international defender is a product of the famed academy system at Real Madrid, who also have a buyback option. Representatives from Flamengo are in Madrid to meet with Felipe Luis, that's according to Globo Esporte. The left back is out of contract after spending 8 seasons with Atletico Madrid, with a short stint at Chelsea in between. The 33-year-old could now be set up to return to his native Brazil after spending 15 seasons in Europe. And Flamengo are also apparently interested in Diego Costa, so quite possibly they could be working on 2 deals at once. We'll have to wait and see. And next up, Sky Sports are saying Galatasaray is set to sign Jean-Michel Seri from Fulham on a loan with an option to buy. The Turkish side will pay all of his wages. They'll also pay €1.5 million fee as obviously a loan deal. And last week he was linked to move to Roma and AC Milan, but the Turkish giants have got him. And next up, the Daily Mirror are saying Manchester United have made a £50 million bid to Sporting for Bruno Fernandes. However, Sporting are believed to be looking for a fee in the region of 70 mil for the Portuguese international, and Solskjaer is keen to boost his midfield this summer. That's because he's already lost Ander Herrera to PSG on a free, and the continuing speculation over Paul Pogba's future. Get French Football News are saying Everton are working very hard on Lille forward Rafael Leao. The 20-year-old has got a quartet of options on the table, but Lille have not made a decision yet whether to sell. And considering the level of interest, it does suggest that they could earn up to €50 million if they decide to sell him. And Calcio Mercato are saying Roma are also interested. Gianluca Di Marzio is saying Milan are set to pounce if Real Madrid decide to sell Luka Modric this summer. The club met with Modric's agent on Tuesday to discuss other clients, but the Real Madrid midfielder was brought up as part of those discussions. Real are hesitant to let him go though, but they could do so in order to raise a fee and also get his wages off the books. That's because they've had a massive summer overhaul, spending a lot of money. A short one from the Evening Standard is that Atletico Madrid have made Tottenham playmaker Christian Eriksen a prime transfer target as he enters the final 12 months of his contract. And Atletico have spent a lot of money already, but if they bring in Eriksen, it's a massive statement of intent. And now we have more stories about Neymar. The first one is from the PSG boss Thomas Tuchel. He said he knew Neymar wanted to leave before the Copa America. And L'Equipe are saying Barca have made their first opening verbal offer for him, less than €40 million in cash, plus Rakitic and Felipe Coutinho. But they never put it in writing, but if they do, PSG will reject it. PSG are fed up with the Catalan club's lack of a concrete offer, caused them to set a deadline of the 31st of July, and they're currently looking for an acceptable bid in the region of 300 to 350 million. I do assume there'll be another story at some point tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see, but there's a new story every single day. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yes, this episode will be down below in the description box. At current schedule, every day at 8 AM UK time, it's a new transfer upload. And finally, in the comment section below, what's your prediction for Senegal versus Algeria? So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.